Welcome to Table for One. I'm the narrator, and today I'm going to be playing Under Falling Skies. Be warned, this video is going to have spoilers, so you've got like 45 seconds maybe to click out of here if you don't want it. In this video, as soon as the credit or the intro section is over, I'm going to first unbox the first part of the solo campaign. So I've not seen it myself, so I'm going to take a look at that, and then I'm going to set it up and play whatever it says to do. So this will be the first video in several where I go through the entire Under Falling Skies campaign, but do know that this will contain spoilers, so if that's not your thing, now would be the time to click out of it. Otherwise, I'll see you on the other side. Let's get rolling. All right, so I'm ready to start my Under Falling Skies campaign. I've started with the regular game, and I've played it a bunch of times. I've been beating it pretty consistently at a level 2 difficulty. So I'm really excited to check out this campaign because that's most of the components in the game are included in the campaign. So I've got the booklet here. And again, if you don't want any of the campaign spoiled, now is the time to click away. But if I flip through the rule book, this is where it talks about the campaign. There's a comic here, so we'll take a look at the comic. But what this says is in each chapter of the campaign, you'll be able to, I guess there's multiple cities being attacked at the same time. So you make piles of all the pieces that go together, and you have to pick one, and which one are you going to play, and the other one is destroyed. And so you just set it aside, and you can use it maybe in a future campaign. So there's just this 1-page, 5-panel, maybe 6-panel comic here. So I guess we'll take a look at this at the beginning. So there's looks like a little boy with a toy airplane running around in a field near Roswell. This looks like a gas station. So he's playing with this toy airplane, and there's something streaking across the sky. And it continues to streak across, and it's caught his attention. He stopped playing with the plane, and I guess it lands. It comes down, hits the ground. Maybe it hit the gas station. No, it's got to be further than that. But so it does some damage, and the boy climbs up to the rim of the crater where it landed, and looks inside and sees some sort of capsule. And it's a little bit hard for me to tell because I know this is his toy plane, but I wonder if it's like some sort of Spitfire type plane is like chasing after it. I wonder if that's a real plane that then buzzes overhead. So there you go. So let's get to the first chapter of the campaign. So here we go. I've not opened it yet, but I'm excited to. So let's get the ribbon off. Carefully. Don't want to bend it. Get the comic out first. Okay. Whew. So let's take a look at this comic. The rulebook said that there's details about the levels on this side, so you can either read just the comic and then make your choice from there, or you can get more detail about the two different scenarios that you're choosing from. But we see sort of a giant flat saucer type ship a la Independence Day or maybe District 9 over New York City here. This is a Statue of Liberty. Helicopter goes by, and now we cut to the news. Live shot, UFO above New York City. And Samantha LeGrand is saying, "I've never seen anything like it." I suppose that's the reporter. Laser comes down and looks like it takes the top off of the Statue of Liberty. And then we have one of the ships flying through the street, shooting lasers and people running away. and jets chasing after it, coming from an aircraft carrier. And we see this character, who's unnamed. And remember, the news reporter said, "I've never seen anything like it." And he's thinking, "I have." So what else do we have in here? We have three panels here. So we have, do we play these one after the other? I don't know how this works. We've got Rio de Janeiro, Mexico City, Havana, Montreal. We have a subterranean board D, double-sided like the rest. We have 4 characters here. I assume one goes with each city. We have these stars that look like they have bullseyes on the other side. 2 comics here. So yeah, I don't really know how this works. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over and see what it says. Chapter 1 is the invasion. Gargantuan spacecraft descend on our planet, spewing hordes of alien ships into the skies. As cities struggle desperately to defend themselves, our research team tries to gather some intelligence that could help us fight back. So chapter 1 is either Montreal or Havana. So we're going to put Rio and Mexico City aside. Additional components, looks like we'll need these, as well as the orange spaceship that isn't used in the standard game. If a scenario needs to use the orange ship or the 6 numbered tokens, it will tell you how to use them. Some characters and cities allow you to increase the value of a die. As you would expect, a die can only have values between 1 and 6. If an effect tries to set a die to a value of 7 or more, set the die to 6. Okay, rooms with 2 effects. Oh, cool. Some rooms offer 2 effects for the price of 1. When you pay the energy cost, you may perform both effects. Calculate the room's value as usual, add both dice, and the modifier. This is the value for each effect. Effects may be resolved in either order. That is super cool. So we have Montreal and Havana. And then I'll also need to punch out these characters. I guess I'm going to start punching some of this stuff out now. And again, these were super easy to punch out. They're bigger pieces. So they all came out really nice. Montreal and Havana. This is like, I don't know what these are. They have like little additional comics on them. And they have some sort of information on the back with setup instructions and rules changes. There's another bunker tile. So this is upper part D. There you go. There's a robot and some fighter jets in one. Let's see the lower part of D. Fighter jets and energy. Oh, and then research and robots. That's really nice. This one starts at only 1 energy if it's the top portion. And if you do the bottom portion, it looks like this track may be shortened by 1. So there you go. Some characters. We've got Clinton Harper, who's a pilot, Jackson Moss, who's a colonel, Lucia Ortega, who's a mechanic, and Samantha LeGrand, who's a reporter. Let's punch these out. And I did see that each of these are 2-sided, just like city tiles, with a blue basic side and then an orange upgraded side, which the rulebook said that would come into effect later. Let's punch out these tokens as well. And for the time being, don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. For the time being, I'm going to leave this unpunched because I don't know if this is like a second level or what. I see they both do use D, but these use D as well. But this says chapter 1 is either Montreal or Havana. So I'm going to put this down and look through this a little bit And when I come back, I'll have it set up for the first level of the campaign. So let's see how it goes. All right, so I'm set up here to play the first battle of the first chapter of the Under Falling Skies campaign. And I did a little more checking after I unboxed everything because I didn't know what to find ahead of time. But the way this first chapter works is there are 4 cities. You set 2 of them aside, and then you take 2 at random of the 4, and you put them down into 2 piles. And into each of those piles, you add one of the 4 characters and one of the 4 scenario cards. And then that represents 2 different cities being attacked simultaneously, and you only have the ability to defend one. So you have to choose which city you're going to defend and which one's going to be destroyed. And so that's the first battle of the first chapter. And then you do the same thing again with the other pieces that you had set aside. You make a similar choice, and that's the second battle of the first chapter. So this is chapter 1, part 1. And the 2 stacks I had were Havana with the Colonel and this scenario here, which is satellites. And I had Montreal with the mechanic and this scenario, which is reinforcements. And from the comic, it seemed like the Colonel kind of knew in advance about the aliens and I guess didn't do anything about it. So for that reason, I said I'm not going to save the Colonel. And that means Havana had to go with him. So sorry, Havana. So in Montreal, you use top board C and bottom board D. And the city's effect is when you have rooms that are the same color, even if they're separate, normally we would resolve them individually, one at a time. But in Montreal, you can pay the total cost, sum them up, and resolve them together. So that's super cool. For this character, this mechanic, once you can use a character's ability once during the game. So the mechanic's ability is increase one robot by 1 or make an exhausted robot unexhausted. So that's pretty handy. And then for reinforcements, there are these 6 punch outs. They're numbered 1 to 6, and then I've turned them upside down and shuffled them. So I don't know what order they're in. And I only get to use 4 dice at a time. So I roll them, I place them like normal, and one column is going to not have a die in it. And so for the empty column, I then flip over the rightmost token, and whatever number is on there, that's how far down the ships in that column will move. After all 6 of the tokens have been revealed, then the reinforcements arrive. So this die comes back into my set, and then I can use it like normal. So that's the setup here, and let's get started. Also, I decided to play it a little bit casual, so just 1-star difficulty, and I rolled for that to randomize it, and it's that top board up there is flipped over. So that's the difficulty I'm playing, and that's the panel that's flipped. So now let's roll. 6, 5, 1, and 1. I'm going to take that 6 while I can and move the excavator. A couple of 5s and a couple of 1s. Let's put a 1 here. And a 5 here. So I'll need some energy. And now I need to re-roll this. 4. Well, let's put that here. Now I reveal the first token, and it is a 4. And I can resolve these dice. So this one does nothing. I'm going to pay 1 energy to move the excavator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I gain 6 energy. Okay, so the mothership comes down. And the excavator moves back a space. And now I can roll again. Let's put this 4 here. We're going to put this 2 here. There's nothing in that column, and we re-roll. 5 and a 1. We'll put the 5 here for the excavator. And the 1, let's go ahead and, we'll put it here. So now we reveal this, and it's a 2. It's okay. And this won't do anything. I'll pay 1 energy to move the excavator 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'll pay 3 energy, 1, 2, 3, to resolve these 2 green rooms together. So it's 4, 5, 6, plus 1 is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the mothership comes down. Add 2 white ships. And roll again. 6, 2, 1, 1. We'll throw the 6. Well, let's see if I want to do anything else first. 6 is going to go in the excavator. But what else could I do? I think I'll start with the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now the mothership comes down 1. And I re-roll. 2, 2, and 1. I think that's pretty close to what I had. Let's put the 1 here. And roll again. I'd like a couple higher numbers, really. Couple of 3s. Well, I'm going to put 1 here. There's nothing in that column. And I'll put the other here. All right, now we flip this over for 3, and that is for the rightmost column. Oh, no. And now we start resolving. So I'll pay 1 to move the excavator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I will gain 4 energy. This doesn't cost any energy. I can make a robot at 2. So I suppose I will. And I'll put it here. Now the mothership comes down. We're going to add another white ship. And we can deploy like this. Okay, next round. Let's roll. Okay, I think I want a 3 here. I'm going to put this 3 here and re-roll. Looking for a 2. Didn't get a 2. Well, we'll put this 4 here, I think. Yes. That means this 6 is going to have to go here. Not my favorite. And now we have to flip this over for column 1. Oh boy. Guess I didn't think about that. We got a 1. Turned out okay, I suppose. Could have been worse. So now we resolve. I'm going to spend 1 energy to move the excavator. And spend 3 energy to resolve this and this together. So it's going to be 9. So I'll take out everything that's on spot. Got rid of a white one. That was really the goal. That's where these are going to end up. And so these have been spent. And now I can do 3, 4, 5 energy. That goes away. This goes down to 1. The mothership comes down 1. I lose 1 research space. And it's ready to redeploy. So now I roll again. I'm going to put this 4 here. And then I'm going to put this 4 here. Now I re-roll. A couple more 4s. Really would have liked the 5, I think. I'm going to put this 4 here. It's a hit. So I take 1 damage and re-roll this one. 6. I guess that's going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not ideal either, but it's what it is. Take another hit and reveal the next token. And that's a 6 in the leftmost column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ouch. And now I can resolve. So let's resolve green first. So I've got to spend 3. Or I guess to resolve this room first. We'll do green. That's 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 1 is 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I don't have enough to keep going. And then I'll resolve, I guess, the blue portion of this room, which is again 11. So I can make a robot at 11. So I'll use this one. 6 is the max, and I'll put it here. I'll turn it so I don't forget. And I guess I'll use this room to make a robot at 4 plus 1 is 5. So I'll take this one, put it here. And I'm not going to do anything with this one. So maybe I didn't play that very efficiently. Now the mothership comes down, no effect this time. This goes here, this goes here, and this one's going to go here. That's a painful column. And re-roll. This will be the last time I re-roll without reinforcements. 5, 3, 4, and 1. I'm going to put this 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to put this 5 here. And now I need to re-roll. 5 and a 2. I'll put the 2 here. 1, 2. And re-roll. Alright, that was lucky. 4 goes there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's reveal this last one, which I could have worked out in advance, as a 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's another hit. And now this will go to my pool. So let's resolve these. Let's start with this one, and we'll start with the green. So I'm going to pay 3 energy for this room. And the green will be 12. 6 plus 5 plus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And another 6 is 12. And so now this 6 goes down to 5. This 5 goes down to 4. And I guess the other half of that, resolving at 12, is I can make one robot at 12. So let's take this 4 and make it a 6. And where do I want it? I think I'll keep it here. So I guess I won't use this robot, and that's fine. Instead of making, what did I do? I just made a 4 a 6. Let's make this 5 a 6. And then this 4 plus 1 is 5. I'll make this a 5. Oh, that's no different, is it? That's exactly what it was. Okay. Now here, for this room, we have 5 and 4 minus 4, so a total of 5 for that room. And we'll do energy first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we'll do the attacking second and combine it with 2, so that's actually 7. Although it looks like the 5 was enough. That'll take out this one, both of these, which is good. Now the mothership descends, and I lose that 6-point research, which kind of stinks. These get ready to redeploy in this order. It's not great either. These have been used. I need to get some research going. So let's roll with 5 dice now. That'll help. Okay. We'll start by putting this 6 here. I think that'll help get the research track close. I want to hopefully survive if I can. That'd be good too. Let's put this 4 here. And this 1 here. Now I need to re-roll. It's a 6 and a 4. So we'll put the 6 here. And the 4, I'm just going to put it here for now. Oof. So this comes down. Wasn't planning on that. I think that's okay though. So now we can resolve. This does nothing. And let's do green first out of here. So it's going to cost 3 plus the other green is 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is 6 plus 5 plus 1 is 12. Plus 6 is 18. Plus 1 is 19. So up here we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19. So we're one space away. So this has been used. Now let's do the blue half, which is to make a robot. So we have 6 plus 5 plus 1 is 12, so we can make a robot at 6. So we'll make this one a 6. That's exhausted now. This one goes down to 5 somewhere, and that's exhausted. Okay, now let's do this one. We'll start with the red half. So it's 6 plus 4 minus 4 is 6, and we'll do this one at the same time, which costs an energy. 6, 7. Although we don't really need the 7. Let's take the energy back. We're just going to discard that. We'll do 6 damage, which takes out this one, and this one. Okay. And now we can also do 6 energy, which is going to go from 1 all the way up to 7. Perfect. reset these. This comes down 1. Get ready to deploy. And re-roll. Okay, we got some 1s and some 2s. That's good. We're going to put this 2 here. We're going to put a 1 here. And the rest don't so much matter, I don't think. So we'll go ahead and put a 1 here, and then we re-roll. A couple of 3s. We'll put this 3 here. We'll put this 3, say, here. Okay. So let's resolve this now. We'll start here, and we'll combine these greens together. So 1, 2, 3, 4 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to give us a total of 12, and 3 is more than enough to go up. And that's it. So just barely winning this one by the skin of my teeth. I did not end up using the mechanics ability, but if I hadn't won on this turn, the mothership would have come down and hit the skull, and that would have been it. Would have been over. And I didn't have much extra life to spare either. So maybe if I had split up these 2 robots, it would have been helpful to use that ability of the mechanic to make one unexhausted. So maybe if I'd put one here, for example, I could have used it at 6, then it'd be exhausted at 5, and then unexhausted and use it again. Could have been potentially helpful, but so maybe I should remember to use that in the future. But still, it was a good time. I'm glad I've started the campaign. And now I've got a choice to make between 2 more cities, along with the scenarios and the heroes that go with them. So stick around for the next video where I do Chapter 1, Battle 2 in the Under Falling Skies campaign. If you're still here, let me know what you think. Go ahead and subscribe and leave a like if you haven't done that. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, I'd be excited to hear what you have to say about this. So I'll see you next time on Table for One. Take it easy.